so loose it's hitting it.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. You gotta get a video
Let it go, sir?
from the side.
That is super bad. Yeah. You actually have like a section about this big that's holding everything on.
Don sells a lot of auto parts on the side. Southwest Off-Road is the name of his company.
New Mexico that I could drive.
Sorry, I'm so out of breath. Our recent trip to Baja was an absolute blast, but it definitely wreaked some havoc on Jade. All the wear and tear we put on her ended up cracking the welds, re-cracking the welds on the rear bumper. That's how loose it is. Yeah, that's not good. That's why when in Baja, one of those straps came off. All that tongue weight placed right on this receiver, and that's why it snapped all those welds. So our first stop in New Mexico was to fix the welds so that we actually had functionality of our setup. We have no access to the fridge or my clothes in back when we can't open that rear tire carrier. We stopped at Don's house. He reached out to me via email and filled out the 50-state questionnaire. Said, hey, if you need to work on your Jeep, come stop by. I got a really nice shop and I know some really good welders. Don and his buddy Andy, who ended up welding the Jeep for us, one of the nicest guys we've ever met, and they hooked us up. So over the next 3 days, they even took time off from work, and we put about 30 hours into rebuilding the bumper and rebuilding the trailer so that we had a really functional setup that would last us throughout the entirety of this road trip. There she goes. We're gonna be adding all new metal in here, making it a lot more heavy duty. The previous owner had cut away a lot of the frame in here. I don't know why, but lost a lot of structural integrity, so this bumper situation was never gonna hold unless we completely redesigned it, which is what we're doing. This is Don's YJ right here. We're gonna use it as reference. Let's check out how it's supposed to look. This is the stock setup. This is how it used to be on Jade. You can see there's so much more metal in here. It's like, what happened to all that metal? It was cut off. Then we go back on Jade and we can see it's just a whole mess of problems. There is a hole. Yeah, that's my finger going inside the frame. It's a hole right there where it pushed in. So we gotta do something about that. So this, you can see this looks completely different. The shackle isn't pushing up into the frame. With how bad the shackle angle is, we're gonna address that right now, get the load off the shackles, raise it up. Meanwhile, Andy's cleaning up the bumper, grinding off all the bird poop, and getting rid of the rust, all that stuff. So prepping the metal, getting ready for some new metal. But that was a bumper at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, they had the tow bar thing.
Oh yeah. This bumper came off of a pickup, probably front bumper, so we're just going to be basically recycling old parts, putting on a Jade, and doing a little bit of customizing to make it fit right, but
Notch the bottom. Rock and roll.
sweet. Andy just finished up with the welds. They look so beautiful. This bumper is amazing. Before we paint it, I want to show you guys in its raw form this new bumper. 1/4 inch plating all the way around is what we went with. This sucker is a tank. If I break this, I think worse things will happen to the rest of the Jeep. Oh, that was no big deal at all.
Nice.
That fit on there great.
Well done.
Now I'll just have to adjust this probably, but well, actually maybe not.
Man,
You didn't change it, so it should
No.
be.
that is tough looking.
Wow.
It's good.
Oh yeah. So we thought it was gonna be very, very close to this passenger side rear light. No issues. Not with the space or with that.
It's a 185-pound rated.
Picked like the worst day to do this. It's raining out and blowing dust all around like crazy, but I got a fresh coat of Pour 15 on there. That's really gonna help with the rust. I'm honestly gonna probably end up redoing this a little bit later. I gotta do some more work on the shackles later next week. They're still rubbing up against the frame. So this is what we're looking at. What do you think, Anders? Pretty beefy, huh? I let Andy and Don really lead the way. They've built a lot more bumpers than I have, and they know what works. So I am more than happy with this turnout. This thing is a freaking tank. You can see this 1/4 inch steel plating basically on all the corners, completely squared in. Love it. The body mounts have super beefy plating as well. I might be throwing a 1-inch body lift on her in the near future, so I probably will be repainting a lot of this. Figured at least get one fresh coat of Pour 15 on her to protect the metal. Looking good, Jade. Looking good. I cannot thank these guys enough. I'm gonna try to figure out some ways I can help them in the future because it is unbelievable the help that they gave us. Now, Andy also spent a good 10 years in the Navy welding. I want to take this as an opportunity to say, Andy, thank you for your service. And also, thanks again, man, for hooking me up. Because he's friends with Don, and because that's just the kind of guy he is, he helped us without even knowing our story, which in my opinion makes it even more amazing. So Andy, thank you so much for helping us out, taking time out of your busy schedule to come make sure that we had a strong freaking bumper and strong trailer to get us through the trip. Speaking of the trailer, we've been working on it like crazy, so I will have another video coming out, at least one video on the trailer mods. We've been doing so many different mods. I'm probably going to change things up a bit and do shorter videos for these specific things. We did an add-a-leaf, we modified the gas tank, we're going to be adding longer shackles. There's just so many different things we've been doing. I also plan to utilize playlists, so I'm going to start breaking up things to make it easy for you guys to find. Before I let you guys go, I have a ton of new Patreon pledges to thank. So, a huge thank you to these wonderful people. Bob Brown, Zach Cupp, Dustin Duarte, Stefan, Andrew Wickersham, Ryan Grossman, and Joe Ruggiero. It's pretty close. You guys are making so much of this possible, keeping us on the road. I really appreciate it. Here goes nothing. There we go.
All right, man.
First time plasma cutting. Good thing I got some experts to teach me how to do it. This is gonna be fun.
Nice. If it falls off, that's a good sign.